Hey, what's up? Neil here from masterpaintnow.com to show you like how we're going to turn, well, actually, I messed that up. We're going to turn this AI generated image and we're going to turn that into Jinx. Bam, like this. Jinx riding a missile rocket thing. Now, originally when AI generated this, I actually said Jinx riding a missile pinup style, like old school pinup style, and it like actually made a penis for some reason. That's just part of pony. It's just naughty. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want. So then I took that and I said, no, make that a rocket. And then made it a rocket, generated a few different images. Anyway, I'm going to show you how we get to this point. And also the same techniques I use that I teach in my course, I get things like this, right? And you can do anything. And so far there hasn't, it's really rare that someone asks me to do some sort of image that I can't do. Most of all the stuff that people want done, I can do with these techniques. So it's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and get started then. Oops, didn't mean to click on that. There we go. So first thing we do is we generate the images. I don't need to show how to do that. I literally just said, Jinx riding a rocket, and then I got a couple images out of that. Now the other one I got was this one here. And but Jinx has small breasts. I didn't want to have to draw the small breast and change it and everything like that. I could have, but I just didn't feel like it. But I liked how the legs were here. This is proper, like she's riding the thing. I don't know what all that is. I don't need all that there. And so I'm like, cool, I can just kind of mix these together. So I just kind of started erasing one and I'm like overlapping these two images. Then I changed the rocket and I'm repainting. I'm just using my ink brush here. And then I blend it out with my blender. So these are the main three brushes I use. Ink brush is fast to fill in stuff, and then you can use the pencil brush to go and refine things, or even to paint certain things after you already have a base color down. And then the blender to blend out your ink brush as well if you just want softer edges somewhere. But honestly, the edges don't really matter that much because you're going to be, see, I'm getting her hat away. And here's what I do. I just paint right over it with ink brush. So you do have to have some understanding a little bit of like how things work. I just have my airbrush and I set it to color mode, change colors of things, and then I select it, and then I go over here and I just change the color more. You should know how to do all that kind of stuff. And start just adding her outfit, right? So the thing is, like, oftentimes AI just, unless it's trained on a character, like you can get a Laura or something where someone did really good training on a character. Even then, even if you use a Laura that's been trained on a character, like trained on Jinx, it's not going to give you her outfit. And I didn't even bother looking. She's a popular character, so there's probably a Laura for her. That could have saved me a lot of time now that I think about it. But it has to work with Pony, because I like Pony style. Art style is really cool. Like when I use it with my graphic, I'll show you anyway. So here, I noticed after I did this that she has a black strap. She has this neck thing on, but then she has a black strap that goes around that connects to these rings. I didn't realize that. So I didn't know what they were connected to. So I was just kind of putting them up here. Then I saw a different image. I'm like, they go around. I see. Notice this is really low resolution right now. Don't worry about this. Leave this how it is. Don't try to fix and paint all this right now. You want to save that for the end. When you go at higher resolution, because it's going to fix most of that anyway. So put the belt across that we're going to put. This is like a leather belt that we're going to put the bullets on. A bandolier, I think it might be called. And so right now I'm just going through and just kind of painting her outfit and hair. I'm doing most of this with just with my ink brush. So I'd make one bullet and then I just go ahead and copy and paste it. In fact, I didn't even have to do that because I realized that it didn't make the bullets that I wanted to. And also I didn't think about how bullets actually work. They kind of have this step down thing to a smaller, then the bullet's a different color. What I end up doing is just using real bullets anyway. And then I have AI turn that into more cartoonish stuff, which is cool. You can photo bash, and it will even change the lighting so to fit the image. But for now, I have the basic idea there. And so most of it's there, I think. I think I have all the outfit now. And now I want to go ahead and do the tattoos. And I think I first started doing these tattoos like that, but they weren't right. So I looked at some different images. And I'm like, okay, I've got to find how her tattoos look. I had to look at a few different sources. Finding good images of this old outfit is kind of hard, because I think even the game now doesn't use this outfit anymore. I mean, maybe you can get it as a skin or something. I don't know. I don't play the game. I think I might have tried it once. I might try it again though. I just don't like the whole having to click with your mouse to move. Like the reason why I love playing Diablo or other game. I mean, I like games like that, like MOBAs. I like Smite. I just don't like the fact that In this game, you have to use the mouse to move. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to move around with WASD. It's just what I'm used to. I can play with the mouse, but it's just so weird. I don't like it. Anyway, so I see this image, I bring it in, and now I can kind of get an idea kind of what it looks like. And I have another image on my screen that I'm looking at that was just her tattoos. And so I'm going to kind of replicate that look. Oh, I must have accidentally paused it. Anyway, all I did is just continue drawing it out. Then I put on I think an overlay, not an overlay layer, like vivid light layer or something like that, because I wanted some of her underlying colors and stuff, like her skin tone, to show through. So it kind of adds some three-dimensional shape to the tattoos. And then AI should be able to see that and then, use that information. But it's going to make it look more like the tattoos. So the first thing you do is I bring it in, and then I double the size. And all I do is you click the like icon here, it saves it to your gallery. Go to your gallery, you click on the other icon in your gallery, which is, let me go and zoom in more so I can have more finite control. So you click on that icon right there, and that, if you have the right thing downloaded, you can double the size. So now it goes from 1024 to 2048. That's how wide it is now. And so now when I start clicking on things like her head and I tell it, just Jinx whatever, it's going to change the face like that. So now it's far closer to what it needs to be. I'll still go one more time though. The face, if anything, you always want to do the face one more time at 4,000. You want to double it again at 4,000. Sometimes if the face still isn't right because the head is too small compared to the overall image, if it really zoomed out, then I'll do one more at 8,000 pixels and just do the head and nothing else. And then, yeah. And now I'm doing the hair, and I don't even bother. I just tell it Jinx. I don't even bother. Like, you can go in individually and just select this and tell it bullets and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes you have to do that. But I always try it first with just my main prompt just to see if it understands what's there. Then I'm just going through and making sure everything is changed the way I want it. I think now I might have already went to 4,000 pixels. And so that's, yeah, I already went to 4,000 pixels. Now, same process. Save it to gallery, double it, bring it back in here. And I have the lips and everything. Actually, maybe kind of show that process. I teach how to do all this in my course. So just take my course, go to masterpaintingnow.com to see my course. But let me see here. Where did I try and see if I already switched over or not? I don't think I did yet. Did all that. And then here, okay, so once you're here, you click on this icon to double it. You click on these buttons here, and you want to bring it back to canvas. Let's see if I can show that right there. Yeah. So you want to bring it back to right here. Send to untitled canvas. And that's going to bring it back to the end painting mode. And then I just change this to 1024. You don't go by this up here. This has been wrong lately. This will be correct though. So when you change the bounding box size, it'll be 1024 by 1024. And I mask the face, and then I, boom, tell it, and there we go. So now we got something cooler. I don't know why it's doing sharp teeth, whatever. I'll go fix that anyway. I'm going to actually paint her teeth myself. And I'm going to make her teeth look like it does in the Arcane, because she has these kind of almost like, not like buck teeth, but like her teeth are kind of separated. Anyway, if you've seen the Arcane show, then you know what I'm talking about. So I was going to go and paint them how they're properly supposed to be. I'm like, why do that? That's what a waste of time. I'm going to go into Photoshop. I'm going to select this. I'm going to bring it in here, and I'm just going to resize it until I have everything the way I want it. And I'm going to copy and paste them. Boom, 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 bullets. Notice I didn't paint the top. I erased it. So I erased part of it, and I'm leaving the original top there. AI will know the difference, and it should mix all that together just fine if you do it a high enough thing. And now I'm going, and I'm made a copy of that layer so I can erase it. And I'm going to go erase all this so it shows up underneath. Turn the layer back on. And now, cool, I got cool bullets. I want to go and just add some brush strokes here and there and kind of change some of the details of some of the stuff that didn't look right. Little things here and there AI just doesn't get right. And then I like the way the eyes look. I changed the eyebrow color, I believe, to more of a dark brown. And then the teeth here, I'll show you painting the teeth really fast. So I don't think we'd see, yeah, this like comes around like this. And we're kind of looking up a little bit, but I don't think so enough to see what it's showing. I think the perspective is a little off, and so I changed the perspective of the teeth, and I think it looks better anyway. But see how she has that gap? That's how she looks in the Arcane show. And then I like adding these right here. So this is the new brush I have, and this rake brush is actually default. It's one of the ones up there. It's a default brush, and I don't know if I even changed anything about it. I might have. I don't know. I just wanted it in my brushes. So I don't have to go look for it. Then I usually I do that on its own layer. That way I can go and just use a soft eraser brush. But in this case, I just use a paintbrush to paint back over it. And I just like something I've been doing lately with this brush. I always go through little phases where I like to do different things, but that's what I'm doing now. That's my jam right now, is using that brush in a lot of different areas and adding some nice cool little brush strokes. Now I'm bringing it back into AI, and I'm telling it these are bullets on a belt. It's actually a bandolier, but it didn't know what a bandolier was. It's even having a hard time understanding like what bullets are, it looks like. I don't know, maybe because it's upside down. And so I go and update because it wasn't working right. It was seemed like it was going kind of slow. So it went through the update process, which is really easy. I didn't realize I recorded all this, so sorry about that. Just fast forward all that. And so now I'm just going through each one of these and just letting it, I'm doing it at a lower resolution. And there we have it. I went ahead and did those. And then let's look at the final image again. And there you have it. So you can't actually see the whole image right here. I could probably zoom out one time maybe. No, it's not letting me. That's not there's a little bit getting cut off down here and up here. It's very, very little though. Like, you're not really missing out on anything there. In fact, I can probably crop it to this. It looks really good. So I like having these different little brush strokes here and there. I probably could have done one like here. I might go back in and add a few more brush strokes here and there, because that's what I usually do. I think I just forgot. And definitely want to put some brush strokes in here, some texture, these texture brush strokes, which look pretty cool. I was going to put some in the hair too, but I just did it on the face only. And I actually don't have to put them there. I just think they look pretty cool, so I was going to add some. And I might go and get rid of some of these lines with my blender brush. Originally, I had part of her leg showing here, which you can kind of see right there. Might be, you can kind of interpret that as maybe part of her leg, coming that way. And I think that's fine. That is kind of abstract because it just doesn't really take away from the image at all. But yeah, saying overall, oh yeah, I did put some brush strokes here, but I wanted to kind of put them everywhere, so I might still go back and do that. And if you don't want the bullets to look that real, then you can go ahead and hand paint like I did originally, but just make sure you have this shape right here where they kind of dip down, and like that, where the barrel dips down and then it's straight. So almost like you're putting two different size tubes together, and you have this like 45-degree angle that's like, holding those two things together, and then the bullet fits inside, and it's usually a different color. I could go back in here and change the color more because it kind of did the same color. But I could go and change that color. I just didn't feel like it. But I might. I don't know. We'll see. Might do a little bit more work with it. But I think that's cool. It's like, I just really like the image that came out. That angle was really cool. They did some other ones that were more proper, where it's like your kind of standard pinups where it was a girl that kind of looks like Jinx. She has braids, whatever, and she's riding a missile from different angles. And some of them look really cool. I might actually turn one of those into a final image. But I just really like this angle. I thought it was really cool. And I think it was originally, that's why I had to lower it, because it was really originally trying to give this as though it were her penis. Like, I don't know why that's a thing right now, giving girls penises, but that's like built into that thing. So, all right, that's that. All right, peace. So that's that. And that's how to do it. So different ways you can do this method. This is one of them. Sometimes if you have the right kind of, like if you use like Pony, sometimes the poses it gives you are really cool. Sometimes it gives you some really good compositions, and other times it doesn't. And for that, you can use my other techniques. You can use DAZ Studio to get your own composition, and then you can also use that to kind of draw over it to change the style. You can also change the style with the tool, built-in tools, like you can use Photoshop's tools, or the other PaintStorm's tools, where you push this in, the Liquify tools, and like give a really small waist if you want it to be more stylized. or you can take that idea and then like draw the sketch like I showed in the other one. So anyway, that's all in my course. I have these different techniques you can use, and just depending on what kind of level of control you want, you can do different kind of things. If you want to control everything, you want to control the colors and the atmosphere, and you want to control the composition and all of that, well, you can do all that, and you can just basically do a quick speed paint type drawing / speed paint, and then you can just take that into AI and have it render it at a higher resolution. And that's what I do in the last one, the last video I posted from, I don't know, one of the last videos I posted. My goth girl, my own character, so Susie Sue. All right, thanks for watching.